already, as today we represent data in a stem and leaf plot. Let's get into it with our I will statements for today.
Remember, your I will statements are your goals for this lesson. They are what we are trying to work on and learn more about throughout our time together today. As we continue on in our lesson, make sure you have your mind focused on these three things and showing them to your teacher. I will read the I will statement first, and then we will read it again a second time together. Make sure you're reading it nice and loudly so I can hear you, but no shouting necessary.
Pause the video and read the I will statements now as a class. For our warm-up activity, you're going to need your whiteboard and a marker. For this activity, we'll be practicing multiplying multi-digit whole numbers together with one another using the standard algorithm. Once you have your supplies, you can continue to play the video. If you need time to grab your supplies, pause the video and grab it now. Now that we have our supplies, let's set up this math problem, 45 times 25, using the standard algorithm. To use the standard algorithm, we have to stack the numbers on top of each other. So 45 times 25. We made sure to line up those place values. Now that we're going to multiply, and anytime we multiply using the standard algorithm, we start in the back on the bottom number, so in this case, our 5, and we need to multiply that by each of the numbers in the other number we're multiplying by. So in this case, we need to multiply by 4 and 5. Set this up on your whiteboards now. Let's start by multiplying 5 times 5. Call out, what's 5 times 5? 5 times 5 is 25. So put the 5 in the bottom, and we're going to carry that 2 over here. We're not going to put it down there yet. Now we have to do 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20, and we need to add in 2. So 20 plus 2 is 22. So we'll write that on the bottom underneath. Now that we have that, we've multiplied our 5 by each of these numbers. We're actually going to erase. And we're going to move over to the 2. We're going to do the same thing with the 2. Since we're going over to the tens place, we're moving over ones place, we have to put a 0 back here. We're not multiplying the ones place anymore. We're multiplying the tens place, so we have to show we're going over one spot. Now we just multiply like we did with the first number. What's 2 times 5? 2 times 5 is 10. So we'll put the 0, carry the 1. Now we do 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Nice, mathematicians. Now we have two numbers that we need to add together. This is the final part of the standard algorithm, and this is where we'll get our final answer. Let's add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. And 2 plus 9 is 11. So 45 times 25 is 1,125. Nice job, mathematicians. I am going to give you 4 more math problems for you to try on your whiteboards. Erase your whiteboards, and I'll show you those problems now. Try the following 4 math problems on your whiteboard and then review them as a class. Make sure you use the standard algorithm like we did with the first example. Once you have finished, come back and we will work on our new material for today. For our activity today, you're going to need your problem set, 2 sticky notes, and our index figure measurements from yesterday when we did our dot plots. Once you have all those materials, continue to play the video and I'll explain more about stem and leaf plots. Yesterday, we made dot plots of the lengths of our index figures and we measured those to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. Today, we are going to look at those same measurements, but we're going to do them in a different way. When we measured our index finger yesterday, we used centimeters as the units. Today, we are going to display our measurements instead of in centimeters. We're going to display them in millimeters. So if we were to think how many millimeters are in 1 centimeter, in 1 centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. So we have to keep that in mind today as we work on our information, because in our table yesterday, our original numbers were in centimeters, and today we are going in millimeters. So keep that in mind. We're going to record the length of our index finger to the nearest tenth of a centimeter in problem 1 on our problem set. Then you're going to convert it to millimeters. So, for example, if my measurement was 7 3/10 of a centimeter, in millimeters, my measurement would be 73 millimeters. Convert your measurements now on your papers using the conversion you see on the whiteboard here. Now, mathematicians, that we've converted our measurements from centimeters to millimeters, we're going to need to grab our 2 sticky notes. On the top of your sticky notes, label 1 stem and 1 leaf. Now that we have these labeled, this is the specific graph we're going to look at today. On your stem sticky note, you're going to write the number of the tens digit of your index finger measurement in millimeters. So, for example, my measurement was 73 millimeters when I converted it. My stem is the number in the tens place, so I would have 7 here. On my leaf side, I'm going to write the number in the ones place. So on the leaf side, we'll have 3. On your stem and leaf sticky notes, record the digits for your stem and leaf numbers now. Now that we have our personal numbers recorded on our sticky notes, you're going to take your sticky notes. Your stem sticky note is going to go into your left hand. So this is your stem sticky note. In your right hand, you're going to put your leaf sticky note. So stick those onto your hands right now. Now, you are going to switch over to start your class activity, but listen as I explain what you're going to do. Don't wiggle too much. Your stem and leaf sticky notes should still be stuck onto your hands. Now that you have your sticky notes in your hands, your teacher is going to come around. Your teacher is going to give you a certain spot in the room to go based on your stem number. For instance, all the people who have 7 on their stems would go to one area. All the people who have 6s would go to another area, so on and so forth. After you are all in your corner with your stem sticky notes, you are going to switch your hands and look at your leaf sticky notes with everyone in your specific corner. In that corner, you are going to need to put yourselves in order based on your leaves from least to greatest. So I have the leaf 3. If someone else had the leaf 1, they would be smaller number than me, so they would be closer to the left side of the line because we're lining up least to greatest. The person with the smallest leaf should be the closest to the wall, and the person with the biggest number or the greatest leaf should be the farthest from the wall in your line. You're going to create this model now. When you create the model, you'll be making a real-life stem and leaf plot. A stem and leaf plot almost looks like a T chart. You'll have all of the numbers that represent one another in one space in the room. So if everyone has a 7, like I said, if someone had a 1 and I had a 3, all the 7s will be in one place, and then our leaves will be in order from least to greatest. This is making us a live human stem and leaf plot. You'll take time to make the stem and leaf plot as a human now, and your teacher will snap a picture so you'll get a chance to look at it from above and see what it actually looks like before you get your hands on drawing one. Take your time, mathematicians, and listen to your teacher's directions. Good luck, and I'll see you guys soon.